Hello, I'm Shweta Pandya. I'm an architect in Architects at Work. I'm a founder in Architects at Work. Krishna Patel is my partner, and we are working since 2013. We have been here in this field since more than 12 years. And our design philosophy, if you see in the work style and the flow of our any design development, art has been very integral part of this whole process. And as they say that art is heart, and art shapes individual as a person, and it shapes our life in a very deep manner. I personally believe that. In my childhood, as far I remember, I have been inclined towards art in a very deep manner, because somehow, I don't know, we didn't have internet or anything in those times, but somehow from the sources like television or magazine or newspaper, or maybe some Hollywood movies, I have been inspired by, I was inclined towards artists and painters and sculptures and many artists, local artists and local handlooms. And for the starter, if you remember, R.K. Lakshman used to give small cartoons and some small stories in Times of India at that time, and few more to name, like Raza, Van Gogh, Picasso. These were very international and very famous artists, but at that time I didn't know that they are of these importance, but somehow they always fascinated me. And that has reflected in my work also. Many architects like me, I cannot compare obviously, but I can, get little inspiration from them. Like Zaha Hadid is inspired by Kazimir Malevich. Then Raza has inspired so many architects. Then Mondrian paintings have inspired a lot of architects. So I think it has been, integral part of my whole journey until now. We see that art cannot be a hanging piece on a wall or any surface, but we see it more than that. Like, we try to integrate them in a functional manner in our interior designing. Like, we have made hand painted shutters in our wardrobes, which is part of the main bedrooms or main master bedrooms. Then we have involved local artists like bamboo weavers to make a very unique and very personalized photo frame for one of our client. Then we have also inspired from, our heritage, where palaces, and if you observe Jaipur Palace or many palaces in Rajasthan, there they had a beautiful mirror work in some of their queens' bedrooms and spaces like that. And that inspired us, and we have made a very good, a screen wall for one of our clients, where we had mirror in the background and a carved MDF panel which was in the front, and that was giving very beautiful effect in the whole room. So in interior design, we believe that, it is more than just an hanging piece on the wall. One of our projects, we have made shutters which were part of a study table, and when it is closed, you see the painting, and when you open it, it becomes a study table. So it's more than art, it's an extension in the functionality also. Art reflects an individual's personality. So we try to incorporate art at a very individual level, so we can reflect that particular person and the overall ambience of that particular residence or space for that individual individual client. So we take clients' requirement, we understand their choices and their inclination towards particular art or maybe a few inspirations and their likings, and then we decide to incorporate that in our process of designing particular space. We also we don't only incorporate art in interior design, but as well we try to make very important part of our architectural overall process. Like in one of our project in Concrete Tree, if you see, there is a huge RCC mural in the front, which was inspired by nature elements. Like we have casted a big tree shape in the RCC wall itself, and there is a cotton steel cutout of a sparrow shape, which was put in the front. So it's just not that interior level scale we play with, but it is a more, it can be at a larger scale at in any architectural project. And we also, this is like very, very from the beginning of our practice, we have tried to, do this, because if I remember one of our very initial project, we had this interior for one of our client, and there also we created a small mural in the drawing area where we casted few shapes in the RCC wall itself, and then composed few more elements in wooden and metal in combination with that whole pattern in the wall. So it's always a very very intimate process, because there we have to involve a lot of artists and a lot of agencies, workers who are working on the site, and we all together take out few solutions for that how that process can be taken smoothly and we derive a outcome which we actually imagine it to be. We always try to understand a client's understanding and spending capacity for any project, and we try to incorporate art in our interior architecture project. We believe that if you give access art to each and every person in their own capacity, then we will aware people in a manner where they can actually they think that it is accessible to us. Otherwise, people generally have that idea that artists are they are costly, or they are we will end up in spending more. So in one of the interviews of Sabyasachi, I have heard him saying that it was a very good thing that by copying his designs, a lot of people get employment. So that's a very good thought. So I think at a very local level or very national, international level, any artist get work, that's more important than just we just promote that spending more, you getting better art. And by this, this also applies to local artisans also. So when you promote art, you are promoting local artisans and local art. In that way, you are employing them also as well. And it's very important that you encourage them at any level, I guess. Commercial spaces and residential spaces have a lot of difference when it comes to selection of art or any art installations. In personal spaces, it's more of reflecting the person who's gonna occupy that space, and in offices or commercial spaces, more of it's reflecting mass. So there we have to select few art installation which inspire them, which encourage them, reflects a lot of energy in that space. And when it comes to a private bungalow, it can be very individual. Like if some person likes subtle colors, vibrant colors, a lot of detailing, or minimalist or maximalist. So it depends on very person to person. and that way they both the spaces demands a different approach. Well, we would like to work with more and more artists in our projects. Till now, we have tried our best to work with, from individual capacity to work with artists. And since, I was inclined towards art and art pieces, I always, at my capacity, I have collected few pieces where I travel, like Indonesia or South Africa, or from in India, Rajasthan or somewhere. And I have tried to collect small pieces which are made by local artists, and I like to encourage local art. So I do that intentionally. And we have worked with local artists in many of our projects. Art means paintings, sculptures, art pieces. Then, if we say about local art like rug weaving or bamboo weaving or anything. So we have tried to work with a lot of brands who are they are working with local artists and weavers and all. So like Jaipur Rugs, we have worked with them. And so I feel that like galleries in Ahmedabad have promoted art in very good manner, and I think more of like galleries like these can make people aware about accessible art and artists, and that will be helpful, I guess, in longer run. And incorporating brands like these, artists like this in your project in any scale will be very helpful. At last, I can add one quote from Rabindranath Tagore, where he says that art is a reflection of himself rather than just an object. So I would also support that quote very much.